There are about 8 reasons why you're not losing fat in a calorie deficit. Maybe there are more, but these are the most common ones that I experience with my clients. I think the first and most effective or most influential thing is you're not being patient. You're expecting results within 1 week. And because you're not allowing this process to occur, you're almost beating yourself up. And maybe because of, nothing's happening anyways, might as well have this extra drink, might as well have this extra treat, whatever it might be. Because you're not being patient with how fast the results should be happening while you're in a calorie deficit, maybe you're exiting that deficit by the behavior that you're taking after you assess that it's not happening fast enough. So maybe you're not being patient enough. Or maybe you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Oh, my neighbor Jim, he lost 13 pounds in a week. Yeah, but he started at 250 pounds. That's probably a little bit easier than if you're 150 pounds. So you shouldn't even be comparing yourself. You have yourself and your journey, and you have your unique situation. So you can't look at somebody else that has a different situation and compare your results to theirs. Or maybe because you've been in a calorie deficit for so long, you start to adapt. Your body doesn't need as many calories anymore because you've lost weight, and now you need less weight just to stay alive. So maybe you haven't made the adjustments you need to be making to your calorie deficit. You haven't looked at the results as they come in and made the appropriate changes. And this is one of the biggest benefits of having a coach. They can help you to assess what's happening and what needs to happen next. Or maybe because of stress or lack of sleep or some other thing, you're retaining water. And because you're retaining water, it doesn't look like you're changing any weight on the scale or maybe even in a photo. Or maybe your plan is just dumb. Maybe you feel like you have to go hard, work out twice a day, sleep only 4 hours, and get up early to do another workout. Maybe you're just going too intensely in this calorie deficit, and it's creating this inflammation and this water retention and all these other cascade of events that doesn't allow you to realize the results that you should be getting. Or maybe, and this might be a good thing, is you're gaining muscle. That's great. Your metabolism actually might be going up in this case. So maybe because you don't see a change on the scale, you feel like you're not seeing a change, but realistically, you're gaining muscle. That's a good thing in most cases. Or maybe, and in some cases, your weight is so low and your body fat is high in relation to your muscle, you don't actually have to lose fat. You should be gaining muscle. And this is very common, I've seen in many women where they get to a very low weight, but their body fat stays high. And because the metabolism is a little bit slower, because less muscle, it is this endless cycle. Maybe you have to take some time to build muscle first and then cut again later, and you'll see the results you're looking for. But maybe right now you're just spinning your wheels. And finally, maybe you have some form of what we call disordered eating. And I didn't say eating disorder, I said disordered eating. Some pattern of the way that you eat that is not reflecting well on what you're trying to achieve. Maybe that means that you, late at night, have eaten so little calories that you end up overeating at nighttime. Or maybe you're eating things, you're not tracking it, and you're saying these little nips and bites are not so big of a deal. So there's some form of thing that you're missing here. So again, 8 of the most common reasons why you're not seeing change in a calorie deficit. You're not being patient. You're comparing yourself to the wrong person, and the only person should be you. You've adapted metabolically, and you haven't made a change to your plan because of that. Maybe you're retaining water. Maybe the plan you're taking on is too intense. Maybe you've gained some muscle. Maybe you need to gain some muscle. Or maybe just the pattern of eating that you're embarking on is not conducive to your results.